Hello, beautiful beings of light. I hope you are all well. It feels good to be making this video today. Things have been pretty chaotic since I made the last energy report. Things in the mirror have been unfolding in quite a intense way. And the energies definitely both on a macro and a micro level have been chaotic, and lots of happenings, lots of anomalies, which is something that I've been discussing for a while now, and knew that it was going to be an experience that we were having in 2021. But the experience has now come into my own personal reality. So I know that it is definitely, as a channel, that it is pertinent to the overarching, global and galactic tethers that we're experiencing right now. So just to give you a little bit of context, I did a video, actually recorded a video a few days ago in response to a request from Spirit, and to kind of report on the energies, and kind of in response to all of the upheaval that has happened, certainly in the United States over this past week. And after, I made this video, which in essence is a piece of what I'm going to be talking about today, which essentially was that everything that was unfolding in the mirror of our now reality is actually the past. And that right now we were being asked to kind of clean and purge our layers of reality. And I wasn't quite sure why we were being asked to do this. I know that personally, I've been kind of like this whirlwind cleaning machine since around the new year, and just felt this really intense need to organize my reality. And it started with my physical home, and really just like this need to clear space for something new to come in and organize the things and make them functional, that I was keeping in my possession, and then to mindfully give these things away to a place or people that would be able to use them. And so this then naturally extended to my body. And so about 6 days ago, I made the decision to start a clearing of my physical body, and a modified fasting program that I've committed to. My intention is to stay on for at least 12 weeks, and then gauge at that point how I'm feeling, how much I've released in my physical body. So it started with my home, it then extended to my body, and then, I made the decision, or Spirit had been guiding me since about November, to start branching out onto other platforms as well. So I had also put together a MeWe profile, and in this video discussed how I was going to, begin the transition to these other platforms, but still be in relationship with all the wonderful people that I speak to, almost on a daily basis through other platforms, Facebook being the main one. And literally 12 hours after making this video, and I suppose it's important to note that their main message in all of this was that whatever you're experiencing in this now moment is actually a culmination of 1,000 decisions in your past. And so the example that they gave me was a messy home. So if you have a messy home, it's because you made 1,000 tiny little decisions to not wipe something up or not put something away, and that's a reflection of the untidy home in which you're standing in. Another example they gave me was, if you are in a relationship and that relationship is, something that you're now complaining about as undesirable, that it's the past that you're looking at, because at some point in the past, this was something that you pursued. It was something you desired. It may have been something that you desperately wanted. And now you're standing here in your now, which is actually the past, saying, what am I doing here? So the point is that anything that was unfolding, even, nationally, globally, galactically, to remember that it was 1,000 tiny decisions that got you there, and that we all contributed to it somehow. Even if we want to step back and say, well, that has, nothing to do with me. Well, it does. And the main thing that they wanted us to focus our energies on is, now it's time to make 1,000 tiny decisions in your now, because you're creating that moving forward, and that it may not always be the easiest decision to make. So if you're doing things in your now to just comply or get by, you're creating a reality in the future in which you have to just comply or get by. And so another, example they gave to me was, okay, let's say that you have the ability to get in your car and run across town and support a small business in your purchases. But instead you decide to not do all of that, and you click on Amazon and order instead. You're creating a reality in your now moment in which Amazon is the choice that you have and not the small business. So it's 1,000 tiny decisions. It's 1,000 ways in which we invested in the past that brought us to this now. And if you look at what's coming into your awareness, you will be able to see aspects of your past self showing up in the now. And even if that's what's, going on a, a global perspective, you will be able to see these archetypes stepping forward, or that are being portrayed in a narrative, that are a result of 1,000 tiny decisions from your past self. And so I made this video, and in that, video, I basically said that, what kind of, communities are we trying to, bring together? Are we trying to be in communion with platforms that are, censoring us or silencing us or manipulating us in some way? And is that something that we want to continue to support in our now moving forward? And literally 12 hours later, I was, restricted from my Facebook account for 30 days. Now, come to find out, it wasn't just myself. There were many people that were kind of blocked out for 30 days without reason given, knowing that we had violated no, kind of community standards or anything. I mean, if you follow me or my blog or anything on my page, you know that it's dedicated to, self improvement, raising your dominant resonant frequency, communion, love, joy, gratitude. None of these things are in violation of any kind of policy. So that then, really got me into a space where, I'm asking my team, what is this symbolically saying? And in meditation, first, I was shown like our bodies being, like these layers of our energetic bodies being kind of sloughed off or shed, kind of like a snake, that is, removing its skin, to create a new skin, that we were, in this transformation. And then I was shown, like a little, like a little child with like their hands up against, the gate, asking to be let in, where they can see everything, and they are peering through, and they can see, but they're being blocked. And so in a channeling session then this morning, I was given this message, and they said, 1,000 tiny decisions brought us here, and 1,000 more will bring us somewhere else, somewhere new. It will bring us home. We may have to begin our journey. First, we may have to set out to scout for land across desolate land or treacherous sea, a fool with nothing more than our knapsacks. But we made the decision to travel light. The explorer, the wanderer, the wayshower is there to lead the way, to find new ways, to break through the old templates and build anew. What pushes him forward is faith, hope, and love. To divide and conquer is the aim of the persuasion of percussion, to silence into submission. However, you cannot take away what is inherent within. You cannot divide what is one, and love will always prevail. What has been brought together in love, no man can put asunder. So I was then, which I just thought was so beautiful, and I was then just shown this bridge, and shown that today, energetically, in our energetic tethers, that today is actually the first of 1,000 tiny steps to in bridging this gap into our new expanded bandwidth and in our new timelines. So if that couldn't be any better, I then began this. I found in a thrift store this book called Simple Abundance, and it's a day book, and it just has like a little thing to reflect on, and it starts on Jan 1. And this was written, obviously years ago. But for today, on the 11th, it starts with a little quote, and it says, "No pessimist ever discovered the secrets of the stars, or sailed to an uncharted land, or opened a new heaven to the human spirit." And that's by Helen Keller. So that was very synchronistic and just beautiful. We have this new moon coming up on Wednesday, and, the bridge begins today, but the energies that we're really stepping into, that are, the highest and best energies, are this, it is time to lay down what is burdening you, lay down, what is, become heavy, in your pack. It is time to purge and empty the things that are no longer necessary, in order for us to start, stepping across this bridge of 1,000 steps. And, that it feels, I'm not going to lie, it feels a little scary at first to, be the one that's, saying, okay, I'm going out now, and I'm scouting new lands, and I'm, going, far away, and I'm leaving my nucleus, and I know we're always connected here, but, it's time for us to find new spaces and places and paradigms to play in. And, that is what we're really being asked to do. We're being asked to purge and clean and organize, get organized. They kept giving me this phrase, like, get your house in order. And I think that's mind, body, and spirit. So, on the mind level, again, it's, becoming that observer, shedding the automaton within, getting control of the narrative. What is the story that you're telling yourself? on a body level. I've been in communication. Some of you are, got gym memberships. Some of you are going through like, releasing toxins and, have kind of been under the weather. I think some of us will be, trying to shed off layers from our bodies, with this like, modified, fasting. The way that Spirit has advised me to look at it is that I'm investing in my new healthy body. So not to look at it as like a calorie deficit, but like a caloric investment. So, all of the intake I'm not intaking, I'm letting my body invest that in a new templated body. So mind, body, and then, spirit, obviously, staying connected to source and really identifying, what practices are serving us, and, what tiny decisions are we making in this now moving forward to get us onto this bridge. Are we stepping off of it? Are we stepping forward onto it? Are we doing things in this now moment that feel aligned and feel ethical and feel supportive of the new templates and energies that we would like to create in this new earth? And so don't look at these, things as a loss. I think for me, the biggest fear is, not being able to communicate with my tribe. And, from that standpoint, I'm just now taking it from the guidance they've given me, which is, there has to be a first, and there has to be a wanderer and a scout and someone that, goes forward in order to find these new lands. And if there wasn't anyone, adventuring on and out, you'd never discover anything amazing. So it's time for us to discover some amazing new templates and some amazing new lands and platforms and ways to communicate and be in communion with one another, and don't invest in this idea that we are separated or silenced. That can't happen any longer. We can always go into our heart space and we can always connect with our soul tribe. And, there is always, so many light beings available to us, to be in communion with us. And, we'll find our way. We will find our way. But in the meantime, we need to stay connected in our nucleus and let everyone know, we're all still there for one another. And to that end, to my end, I would ask that you do subscribe here. Send me an email at beautifulbeingsoflight@gmail.com, and I'm going to start putting together an email list, as some of you know. Find me. I'm Love Manifest on MeWe. And I'm hoping to put together, I do have a Discord profile, but a server here. So we will find our way into these new playgrounds. And we need to just keep an optimistic spirit about all of this. That, we are the Wayshowers. We are the trendsetters. We are the light bearers. And, it's time for us to now stand in these new dominant resonant frequencies and to start building. It's time to start building. And in the meantime, remember that it's 1,000 tiny little decisions that brought you to this now moment. I look back to myself, I was thinking about that in reflection and meditation yesterday, that, 10 years ago, I had to make 1,000 tiny decisions to start to shower or look in the mirror or make a cup of tea. I was using a walker. I had a newborn baby that I struggled in so much severe pain to do even the smallest things, like change a diaper. Sometimes I would put him on his changing table to change a diaper, and I'd bend over, and the pain from learning how to stand and walk again would be so overwhelming that I would have to lay down myself and then pull myself back up again. But it was 1,000 tiny decisions that's brought me here to this now moment, to this person that's here, making these videos for you. So if things seem difficult, if it is just doing something wonderful for yourself or a small decision, don't discount that. Don't discount that, because it's all of those small decisions that you make each and every day to invest in being optimistic about your future that will bring you to a higher, better place. So I hope that helps someone out there. Love, light, and blessings to all of you. Please stay connected, subscribe, share for me if you can. Email me, comment, find me on MeWe, and let's stay connected. But I love you all so, so much, and I'm sending you big, big, big love. Bye.